So I got fired from my job. I was there for just a few months. It was a desk job. My boss could tell I wasn't engaged and that I needed to go do what I love, which is music. I've been making and releasing music independently for 4 years now. When I got into college, I knew I needed to do something music related, and so I thought maybe I'll be a music educator. Turns out I just liked the music part and not the education part, so I switched my degree track to music technology, and that kind of covered music theory, recording techniques, production, music and media. It was a great way to take my love of music and turn it into something that I thought was going to be practical because, it's the industry side of music. Little did I know, being in the Midwest, there is not an industry for music as much as one might think. So when I graduated, I realized I needed to make money, so I moved away from Springfield, Missouri, which is where I went to college, and came to Kansas City to work a desk job. We all know how that went. When I moved to Kansas City, I moved away from a community of people that had slowly been built over my 4 years of college. Releasing music after moving away from that community made me realize that even though our steps might have been small as a music community there, we were all linking arms, and so the force behind this line of people taking these steps together was really great, and that I simply wouldn't be able to make up that amount of force on my own. Made me realize that it's time to probably do what I have been wanting to do for a long time. I just want to create, and what I've poured my time into is audio and music. And there's a lot of people in Springfield that also just want to create, and I know that from my time there and working with some of those people. And so my relationship with these people, the degree of my relationship varies from person to person, but basically I want to lock a ton of people in a studio and just see what happens. I want it to be eclectic, I want it to be vulnerable, and I want everyone to feel like this is the greatest thing they've ever done so far. So here's the people that I want to be involved. I make music under the name 218, been doing it for years, and it's one of my favorite things to do. Hudson Freeman, really good college buddy of mine. His album was my senior project. I've worked with him extensively, and he's one of my best friends. Brian Bulger, worked with him on his last 2 releases as of today, which is September 2019. Working with him was so effortless, and the process was so fluid, but at the same time so concentrated. It's hard to describe what it's like to work with Brian because he has such a concrete idea, and his lyrics they just lend to this song basically just falling into your lap. Ellie Schmidly, an amazing indie artist from Springfield. Her music is just what spring feels like. Just this glowing person, just amazing to be around. JALEB is also someone who I admire a lot. He produced his entire last EP on his phone, vocals and everything, and so I want that kind of drive around. Chris Pereira, also known as Joe Saan, he's now self-produced, but we worked together under the name Joe Ed a few years ago, made some really fun pop songs, and he does this indie pop thing now. And when he switched over to self-production, his growth was just exponential. It was crazy. Synths and samples and vocal processing and stuff. He just has this really creative approach to everything, so I'd love to have him be a part of it. This is my wife, Kayla. She's gonna be in there soon. I'm really proud of her, and we're gonna be here in Kansas City for a little while. There's probably a ton of people I'm forgetting to mention, and people that I also don't know are gonna be there yet, because I want this thing to just grow beyond my original idea anyways. So I'm making this video because I want to keep myself accountable, stay motivated, and when everything has been completed and this super group has written some really weird, awesome music, I want to be able to point back to this day after I got fired and say I knew I was going to accomplish something doing the thing that I love, and here we are. So if you're watching this, thanks for going on this journey with me, and see you in the studio.